lost 3 times to schools ranked in the top 5 in their respective divisions, Brookhaven, Silliman, and Centerville. And the Panthers come in fresh off a 30-3 loss last week to Simpson Academy, as the Panthers did not play extremely well. And they just had the game taken to them by the Cougars, and a very big game because it was a conference loss. And tonight's game also a conference road game, and the winner of tonight's game really is probably in the driver's seat for second place in a district playoff spot. So the Panthers, a very important night tonight, as both teams slowly coming onto the field. The Panthers on the far side, the Saints on the near side. The Saints will be dressed in gold pants, blue jerseys with gold numerals and gold headgear. The Panthers in all white with black headgear and black numerals. The captains are meeting at midfield. It won't be too long before we get this one underway. A wing tee offense employed by the Saints, something the Panthers have not seen probably for a year or so, and it's hard to get ready for something like that. But we are destined to see what the Panthers can do after they have been thumped, so to speak, and see if they get off the mat. And my guess is that they will play extremely well. And if they don't win this game, it'll be simply because Prentiss was the better team. We're going to take a break from our sponsors that bring you Canton Academy football, and we'll be back with more of the pregame after this 1-minute timeout.
The Panthers have won the toss and deferred to the second half. Saints will be receiving to begin the ball game tonight and defending the concession stand goal.
Good ball club. They're going to have a different offense than what we've seen before, but, you know, hopefully the Panthers will be ready to play.
It ought to be real interesting as the Panthers come onto the field, and we are getting ready for our pregame ceremonies, our invocation, and our national anthem. And while we prepare for that and get ready for the kickoff, we'll take another timeout here, and we'll be back with the Panther kickoff to the Saints, and we'll be back after this 3-minute timeout. And the Panthers 0-1 in conference play. This is the first conference game for the Saints. Referee blows his whistle, and it's football time as Mark George will approach, and he kicks a high end-over-end kick, which will be taken by Irwin at about the 10-yard line, and Irwin will come wide to the right, trying to get outside, has a good wall set up. He's across the 20, across the 30, cuts back, he's at the 40, couple of men to beat, he's at midfield and steps out of bounds as he gets into Panther territory, and as he goes out of bounds, we have a flag coming in late. Maybe a block in the back or whatever, usually what you see on a long return, but nonetheless a great return and a great wall set up as the kick went just inside the left hash mark, and Irwin took it all the way back to the right sideline, and a great wall set up there by the blue jerseyed Saints. But they are walking back toward their own goalpost as the officials talk to the Panthers. And indeed, it will be a step off from Panther territory back into Prentiss Christian territory. But the Saints still will have good field position, even though they were called for holding on the return. It'll be 1st down and 10 for the Saints at their own 43-yard line.
Against the Saints, we'll move the ball back to the Saint 43-yard line.
Just underway here. The opening kickoff returned into Panther territory, but the penalty will set them back at their own 43. Quarterback for the Saints is Riggin Lott. And Lott will bring his team to the line of scrimmage. The wing T has a wing right. Now they have a slot to the left, so fullback is right behind the quarterback, and he'll get the handoff off the left side, and that is Nick Daly. And Nick, 6'1", a 195-pound junior, runs in there hard. Pretty good job up front by the Panthers, holding him to a very short gain of about a yard on the play. Second down and a pickup about 2 as they spot the football now. at the 46-yard line. Once again, slot left, wing is to the right. Motion from left to right. Fake inside to the fullback. Give off the right side to Irwin, and Irwin will be hit and knocked down as he gets to about the 47 or 48-yard line. Jonathan Miller right there for the Panthers, along with Evan Bias. Also getting up off the pile, John Paul Buckley and Miller Todd. Good gang tackling, something we didn't see much of a week ago, Ralph.
Oh, Mike, Panthers are staying at home and look like they're a lot more aggressive on the offensive line than they were last Friday night.
So the first two plays, good defense by the Panthers, is bringing up third down now and a long 5 yards to go for the Saints. Again, motion from left to right. Quarterback will give to the fullback. On the fullback trap, he has room across midfield into Panther territory at the 45 and down to the 43-yard line. And picking up the first down will be Nick Daly. A quick hitter that time, and usually you would think that Daly at 195 would be the power back, but that time hit in there real quick off a good trap block by the left guard for the Saints, and a first down, the first down of the ball game, and goes to Prentiss Christian. They have it at the Panther 42-yard line. Wide receiver goes left. That is Shane Fortenberry. The slot is to the left. Straight dive handoff to the near halfback, and straight ahead for a 4 or 5 yards goes Adam Ivino, and he'll take it down to about the 38-yard line, where it'll be first or second down, and about 6 yards to go for the Saints as they are moving into Panther territory. Regan Lott, the junior quarterback, 5'10", 165, will bring his squad back to the line of scrimmage once again, sending the wide receiver Fortenberry wide left. The ball is on the hash to the right. Fullback is only about 2 yards off the line of scrimmage. Once again, the Saints want to hit quick. This time a counter play to the left, and good defense that time by the Panthers holds Ivino to about a yard gain as he faked the fullback right, hit the running back left, and Will Lampkin in there on the defensive line made a good initial hit and got some help from his teammates. After a gain of about 2, it's going to be third down now and 4 yards to go for Prentiss Christian. Clock runs with 9 minutes and 10 seconds to go in our first quarter. Once again, Lott will look over the Panther defense. Panthers showing blitz as Miller Todd up in there tight. A quick handoff into the fullback again, and boy, just nothing at all there. The Panthers will drive him back to the 40. Forward progress will get him to about the line of scrimmage. There is a flag coming in, and the signal is face mask against Canton Academy. So an aggressive penalty there, but nonetheless is going to be enough to give the Saints another first down. And the ball will be spotted right in the middle of the field at the 30, almost to the 31-yard line, where the Saints will have it, and they continue to march down the field. Although the Panther defense has played relatively well, they've just given up one good game by the fullback Daly, and then on the penalty, they get another first down. So wide receiver to the left, motion from right to left. Inside handoff, hit in the backfield, and Irwin breaks away as Bias came through on a good stunt and hit the running back 2 or 3 yards deep in the backfield. But Irwin did a good job of spinning off and fighting down to about close to the 30-yard line. We'll call it a gain of 1. Second down and 9 yards to go. Again, the Panther defense looking much more aggressive and alert here in the early going, even though the Saints are doing a pretty good job of running the football. Motion from left to right on second down. Quarterback will drop to throw his first pass of the ball game. He throws it 35. Complete to his tight end coming across. And that was Kyle Davis. Kyle's a sophomore, 5'10", 160 on the right side. The rollout was to the left, and Davis drug across the center of the field and was knocked down immediately on catching it. A short gain on the play. It's going to be third down and a long 2 yards to go as the ball is spotted at about the 23.5-yard line of the Panthers. So possession down now for the Saints, and once again, the quarterback Lott will bring his team to the line of scrimmage. Panthers have a lot of men close to the line of scrimmage, and Daly will get the handoff, and he's hit at the line of scrimmage, but will power his way down to about the 22-yard line, close to the 21. It's going to be close to a first down, as the Panthers made good contact again at the line of scrimmage, but the 195-pound fullback Nick Daly pushed forward, but he did not get enough of the first down. So we have the first fourth down situation of the ball game. Fourth down and about a half a yard to go. 6 minutes, 55 seconds remaining to be played in our first quarter. And a big play right here early in the ball game. Daly, again, the lone setback behind the quarterback lot. Motion from left to right. Give will be to the fullback Daly, and if he got it, he didn't get it by much. He didn't need much, and he didn't get much. Once again, Evan Bias comes through. This time he held on, and it's going to be very close. And we'll wait and see what the officials say. You would think that, from our vantage point anyway, they would want to measure it. And they are going to take the football to the far side of the field where the side judge on the far side of the Panther sideline had marked it. And now they will bring the chains out. It's going to be very close to the first down and could sway the momentum here early in the ball game. Chains are stretched, and boy, it is close, but he did not get the first down. The Panthers will take it over. So the Saints eat up almost half of the first quarter, but do not get anything out of it, and they'll turn the football over to the Panthers at the Panther 22-yard line. And we'll see what the Panther offense can do here against Prentiss Christian's defense for the first time tonight. Chad Penn will come wide to the left. Wing is to the right. Split backs in the backfield for the Panthers. Quarterback is David Ratcliffe. David will toss it to Miller Todd, and Miller will be hit as he tries to get outside of the right. I don't think got back to the line of scrimmage before he was knocked down, and he was not able to get back. It's going to be a loss on the play of about a yard. Second down and 11. Mark George will check into the football game with the play from the far sideline, and Coach Flip Godfrey and his staff, as the Panthers are facing second down now and 11. The ball now back at about the 21-yard line. Wide receiver to left, or right. Wing is to the left. Give inside on the quick hitter to Jonathan Miller, and Jonathan gets maybe a yard. Good reaction that time by the front people of Prentiss Christian. And it's going to be third down now and a long 9 yards to go. Picked up about a yard and a half on that play, and the Panthers not getting much at all here on their first two running plays. We'll see what they do on their first possession call of the evening.
Like the Panthers going to have to come off the line of scrimmage blocking folks. Another big line like we had last week on defense, and it's going to be a challenge for the Panthers.
You're absolutely right, and David will bootleg to the left, trying to do something there. He's got a man wide open in the flat at the 30-yard line. That's John Paul Buckley. He eludes one tackler and is tackled as he crosses the 40 to about the 41 or 42-yard line. Simon Martin saved what could have been even a bigger gain as the Panthers ran one receiver deep. John Paul came in the flat, and he was wide open. When I say wide open, I'm talking about nobody from the Saints was within 10 or 12 yards of him when he caught the football. So David goes 1 for 1 on the night, and the Panthers pick up their first down of the ball game, and they have it at their own 42-yard line. Just under 5 minutes remaining to be played in the first quarter. Once again, the Panthers 0-1 in league play. Really need this one in the Saints playing their conference opener. Saints in a 5-man defensive front. Fullback trap to Miller Todd. The ball is loose as Miller got some room across the 45 up near midfield, but he dropped the football, and the Saints have come up with it. And the first turnover of the evening, Matthew Miller, a 145-pound senior, fell on the football for the Saints. And that's something that the coaching staff certainly does not want to happen. You don't want to turn it over in a big ball game, especially early, and give momentum. So the Saints will have it in Panther territory and a short field. First down and 10 at the Panther 47. Wide receiver will go to the left. Wing to the right, slot is left. The fullback, the lone setback, is Nick Daly. Motion by Irvin from left to right. Quarterback will fake inside. Now give on the trap play going the other way to Ivino, and Ivino hit at the line of scrimmage again. Good defensive reaction that time by that Panther front, who is doing a good job of being disciplined and staying at home. They give him about a half yard on the play. The ball now just nudged inside the 47-yard line. For all practical purposes, it's still second down and 10 yards to go for the Saints. Chase Kelly, 140-pound junior, will go wide to the left. Again, the fullback Daly within 2 yards of the line of scrimmage, as they like to hit it quick. They'll fake the trap this time and pitch it on the option. This is Ivino. He's got a lot of room. He's across the 40, the 20. He's down to the 10, the 5, and Ivino is in the end zone. Touchdown, Prentiss Christian. So they ran a They ran action just like the play before. Faked to the fullback, faked the inside reverse, and the quarterback kept to the outside. Had a running back with him who was Ivino, made the pitch just at the right time. The Panthers had it covered outside, but Ivino, who showed good speed, cut it inside and raced into the end zone for the touchdown. Carl Peterson will attempt the extra point. Looks like he's a left-footed kicker, and he will try to tack on the extra point. The snap is a good one. The kick is up, and the kick is good. And the Prentiss Christian Saints go on top of the Panthers following a Panther turnover. It's 7-0 Saints with 3:53 to go in the first period. Back with more Panther football in 30 seconds. Hit up on the right hash mark. Then a left-footed kicker got good leg into that extra point. We'll see how he kicks it off as the Panthers will send John Paul Buckley deep, and John Paul stands inside his own 10-yard line. Peterson kick is a low driving kick, which will be taken by the up-back Jonathan Miller at the 15. Jonathan comes inside and will be hit as he crosses the 25-yard line and down at about the 27-yard line. In on the tackle for the Saints, Kyle Davis and Brandon Fortenberry. And the Panthers will have it on their second possession of the ballgame, first down at their own 27-yard line. Panthers picked up one first down on their first possession and then fumbled the football away, and the Saints took advantage of that, going on top 7-0. Penn will come wide to the left. I formation in the backfield. David Ratcliffe's going to drop and throw across the middle. The pass is incomplete, caught and dropped. Flags come down. Double coverage that time. Mark George, as John Paul Buckley was outside on the route, and Mark was inside. It looked like maybe the defenders got there just a little bit too early. And it appears we're going to have a pass interference call against Prentiss Christian, and that is the case. And that will give the Panthers a first down. David put that one right on the money, and Mark almost caught it, despite being hit just a little bit prior to the football getting there. It wasn't anything blatant, but the officials right on the call there. And it's going to be first down and 10 for the Panthers as they'll mark it. Up the field 15 yards, and they'll spot it at the 42-yard line. The Panther 42, and they'll have it 58 yards from the same end zone. Buckley will come wide to the left. Mark George will line up to the left at tight end. Trey Burnside in at receiver on the far right. Offset eye is to the left. David Ratcliffe will turn and give on the lead play to the tailback. Will Lott. Will has nothing inside, tries to bounce it outside, and good pursuit from the inside out by the Saints, knocking him down, Will Hathorn, and no gain on the play as Hathorn got there along with one or two other Saints. Nothing much going on. And a pickup maybe of a foot on the play. Second down for the Panthers and 10 yards to go. Saints defensive front doing a good job. They're a big group. And the Panthers, as Ralph mentioned earlier, going to really have to come off low and hard here tonight and make some holes for the backs. They have 8 men at or near the line of scrimmages. Ratcliffe will drop into the swing pass and left back to Will Lott. Will makes a good move, gets around one. He's at the 50. He's inside the 45, inside the 40, and will be dropped by Ivino as he gets to the 38-yard line. A good swing pass, trying to get Will Lott one-on-one, and that's exactly what happened. And once that happened, Will evaded the first defender and made a nice run into Saint territory. The ball just inside the Prentiss Christian 38-yard line. First down, Canton Academy. So Ratcliffe gets the play in from the far sideline. Tyler Clark checks into the football game for the Panthers, and he'll come wide to the left. Wing to the right is John Paul Buckley. Again, 8 defenders up within 3 yards of the line of scrimmage. Toss sweep right. This is David Morgan. David sees a seam and turns it up inside the 35 and fights down to about the 30-yard line before he is dropped. And David, as he always does, playing and running that ball extremely hard, and they will spot it right at the 30-yard line. So a pickup of 8 on the play, second down and 2, and a great pickup on first down. We are late in the first quarter, 2:15 left, and the Saints lead at 7-0 on a 48-yard run by Adam Ivino following a Panther fumble. Panthers will go wing left, split backs in the backfield. David Ratcliffe will bootleg to the right. Stops. Now he's going to throw the football again. Has somebody open. This time is Trey Burnside, and Burnside will take it inside the 10 and down to 5, and maybe inside the 5. We'll wait to see exactly where the spot is, as it looked like David started to run the football, looked up and saw Trey had good room on his defender and threw it down. Trey caught it, turned up to the far sideline and picked up additional yardage, and they'll spot it at the 6-yard line. 1st and goal for Canton Academy. Good throw and catch from Ratcliffe to Burnside, and Burnside will come out of the football game. Chad Penn now back in at receiver, wide to the right. Again, offset backs or split backs in the backfield for the Panthers. Toss sweep to the left. This is David Morgan. David again will turn it inside, and he'll fight to about the 5-yard line and maybe the 4.
David Morgan,
as the Saints smelled that one out pretty good. Ivino getting up off the pile along with Justin Robbins. And will bring up 2nd down and goal to go for the Canton Academy Panthers. The ball just inside the 5. A minute and a half remaining in our first period. Clark will go wide to the left. And now there are 11 Saints within 3 yards of the line of scrimmage. Straight dive to Will Lott. Will breaks one tackle, breaks another one, fights down close to the goal line. And we'll have to wait to see where they spot the football. His knee may have hit prior to his knee may have hit prior to that second effort. And it looks like the ball is just inside the 4-yard line. So 3rd down and goal for Canton Academy, as the Saints doing a good job with that interior defensive front. Morgan and Lott in the backfield behind David Ratcliffe. Wing is to the right. Wide receiver left. Toss sweep. David Morgan has a gap inside, turns it up, now tries to bounce it outside, and David will fight into the end zone. Touchdown, Canton Academy. A great effort by David Morgan, as he had nothing outside, turned it up, and then broke back to the outside and just got it into the end zone. So the Panthers come right back, and it's now 7-6. We have an injured Saint on the field. Saint is now getting off on his own power, so that's a good sign. And as he comes off, the Panthers will line up to attempt to get the tying point on the board here, following a nice drive to get the football in the end zone following the Prentiss Christian score.
Touchdown will be by number 87.
Late in the first quarter, only 41 ticks left to go in this one, as the Panthers will try to tie it. And Buckley will snap it. And Sean Ellis holds it down. Clark's kick is a low driving kick. It was an ugly thing, but it counts 1 point. And with 41 seconds to go in the first quarter, the Panthers are tied at 7-7. We'll be back with a Panther kickoff in 30 seconds. Kick it off. Again, the ball teed up just inside the left hash mark. Mark, a soccer-style kicker, this time kicks a low-end over-end kick, which will be taken by the up-back, who is Justin Robbins. And Justin will try to get the middle, breaks it through a little seam and gets up just across the 30-yard line to about the 31, as he'll be knocked down there by John Lutz. And the Panthers will go on defense now, as they've tied the football game here late in the first quarter of play. And the Saints will have possession this time at their own 31, and this is their worst field position that they have had in the football games. They started first possession on their own 43 and the second one in Panther territory.
Mike, this would be a good time for the Panthers to hold them and turn the momentum around in this game.
Chase Kelly goes wide to the left. Once again, the fullback is right up behind the quarterback. They love these quick hitters. This will be the counter to Irwin. Irwin across the 35 and up to the 39-yard line. A pickup of about 8 on first down. And that's the best way I know to break down a defense, is get big yardage on first down. And that's just what the Saints have done. And it'll be 2nd and short for Prentiss Christian. The Panthers are going to have to do a better job on first down than that, as Wayne Graves, who has been injured, was questionable for the ball game, has been playing. Wayne goes out now after being shook up just a little bit on that play. The Saints back at the line of scrimmage. And Lott will not get the play away as the horn sounds. The first quarter has ended, and at the end of one, we've got a good one like we thought we would. The Panthers and the Saints are tied at 7. Back with second quarter action in 30 seconds. Tied the score late in the first quarter on a short scamper by David Morgan. As we start second half play, toss sweep to the right. And not much there, as the Panthers once again do a good job of staying at home, recognizing what's happening. And only needed a couple for the first down, but he will not get that yardage. And they'll spot the football at the 40-yard line. So it's going to be third down and a yard to go for Prentiss Christian. Quarterback Regan Lott just tossed the football to the right and just came strolling over at that point and talked to his coach, and now goes back into the huddle with the next play. As it's third down and 1. Coming wide to the left is Shane Fortenberry. Motion from right to left. Give the fullback straight ahead, try and get the first down, and Daly has the first down and a little bit more, so he'll push across the 40 up to about the 43-yard line. A host of Panthers there. Will Lampkin, one of the first ones there, along with Evan Bias. Evans had a good defensive game so far here in the early going here tonight. But it is another first down for the Saints, and they'll have it first and 10 at their own 43.5-yard line. Fortenberry will come wide left. He will be matched up with Chad Penn. Slot is left, wing right. Daly in behind the quarterback. Movement up front as Irwin went in motion. And the Panthers may have jumped offside, or they may have been drawn. There may have been some movement in the offensive line. As the officials will talk about it, we'll see which way it's going to go. And it is going to be an offside against Canton Academy, which will bring up a first down and 5-yard situation to go. And once again, we talk about the short field a lot. Now we're talking about short time of moving the sticks. And if you have first and 5s all night, you ought to be in great shape. So the Panthers, once again, have got to practice that discipline that they've been taught all week long, as the Saints will come up to the line of scrimmage and send the wide receiver to the left. Again, wing right, slot is to the left. Daly about 2 yards behind the quarterback, Lott. Lott will drop the throw with play action. Being pressured now, steps through, throws the ball down the middle of the field. He intended that pass right down the middle of the field for Ivino. Good coverage over there by the Panthers as they were stride for stride with it. And it falls incomplete down at about the Panther 20-yard line. So second down and 5 yards to go. Lott did a good job that time stepping up in the pockets. He has a little bit of pressure from the outside, really not much coming from inside, but he stepped up and made a pretty good throw, just overthrew his receiver, and it's probably a good thing because he was very well covered. Second down, 5 yards to go. Motion, give straight ahead to the big fullback, Daly, and Daly is hit at the line of scrimmage. He drives, however, into Panther territory, still driving down about the 45-yard line. And Ralph, that should have been no gain, and instead it was about 7.
He just kept turning those big legs, Mike, and he just carried 5 or 6 Panthers with him. You got to lock those arms up.
So they'll spot the football at the 46-yard line of Canton Academy. First and 10 for Prentiss Christian. We are in the second quarter, tied at 7. 10 minutes, 15 seconds to go before the half. Fortenberry comes wide left. Once again, Penn will be matched up on him. Daly again right behind the quarterback. A shift to the left. Fullback dive to the right. Once again, Daly, this time he doesn't get near as much. Panthers did a better job of hitting him low and taking him to the ground. But a pickup on first down of about 2 or 3 yards. We'll wait and see exactly where they spot the football as they unpile all the players. And they'll spot it at the 43-yard line. A gain of 2 on the play. A long 2. We'll call it second down and a short 8 yards to go for the Prentiss Christian Saints. Regan Lott, once again, the junior quarterback, or senior, excuse me. The Regan is a junior, 5'10", 165-pound quarterback. Will send Fortenberry wide to the left. Slot to that side, tight end right. Panthers in a 5-man defensive front. Dropping back to throw. Lott will look deep down the left sideline, intends it for Fortenberry. The ball is tipped up in the air by Penn, and then Chad tried to catch it on the tip, but could not do it. But great coverage once again. The ball somewhat underthrown. And Chad was right there to go up and knock it away and really had the best chance of catching the football. So third and long now for the Saints. And as Ralph mentioned earlier, looks like the Saints are wanting the Panthers to throw the football. I kind of think, Ralph, that maybe the Panthers might be better off if they made the Saints throw it.
I think so, Mike. I saw a while ago Coach Godfrey walking his linebackers up in the middle there to maybe shut down something up the middle. And the Panthers just going to have to dominate the line of scrimmage with this bunch tonight. I think that's where the ball game will be won.
Preston Pierce, the big center, will come up over the football. Motion from right to left. Glott will roll the left, those across the middle. Pass incomplete, intended for Irvin on a
Pass intended for number 25,
Josh Irwin on a crossing pattern. The ball just out in front a little bit too much, and it falls incomplete. And fourth down now for the Saints at the 43-yard line, and we'll see our first punt of the night. Looks like Ivino, who scored the only touchdown for the Saints, will go back into punt formation. The Panthers will send deep to return the kick Jonathan Miller and John Paul Buckley, and each of them stand at about their 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage is the 43. A good snap. Ivino gets the kick away, a high, wobbly kick, which will be taken by Miller about the 12-yard line. He's on the far sideline, has a good wall. He's across the 30 to the 35-yard line, and will be knocked down at about the 36 or 37 across the way, but a good return that time as the Panthers had a good wall set up on the left side, and the Panthers will have relatively good field position. First down and 10, and they'll spot it at the Canton Academy 36. 8 minutes and 54 seconds remaining to be played. So the Panthers will come to the line of scrimmage, trying to go on top for the first time tonight. Split backs in the backfield. David Ratcliffe on play action will roll left, throws to John Paul Buckley. John Paul open in the flat, has it up around the 47-yard line, and will be knocked out of bounds immediately on the far side. And knocking him out of bounds was Simon Martin. But it is a first down for the Panthers, a pickup on the play of about 11. It'll be first and 10, Canton Academy at the Saint 47 or the Panther 47-yard line. Again, good throw and catch, and Ralph, the passing game looks like it's really clicking.
And it really looks good tonight, Mike. David's doing a good job of finding his receivers and throwing the ball.
So the Panthers first down and 10, toss sweep. This will be Sean Ellis, who's checking the game. Sean's got some room, breaks outside of the 50 and inside the 45 to the 44. A good pickup of about 8, 9, close to 10 yards, and Sean showing good speed that time as he broke to the sideline and picks up close to a first down. And let's see if then they are not going to measure. It's very close. Second down probably in a foot, maybe at the most. I'm surprised they're not measuring, but nonetheless, second down for Canton Academy. The Panthers seem to have their offense hitting on all cylinders. Buckley wide to the right. Wide receiver left also, offset eye right. Miller Todd on the fullback trap, and Miller will fight through the 40 and down to the 35-yard line into the 33. So good pickup by Miller Todd. Good blocking up front by Miller, Will Lampkin, who was right with Miller the whole trip. And Miller takes the football to the Saint 33-yard line, where they'll have it first down and 10 yards to go.
All right, good job by the offensive line, just opening up the holes, and that's what it's going to take against this bunch tonight, just mixing it up, run and pass.
And the Panthers' offense tonight has looked very similar to what it did the first 3 weeks. Once again, play action. Ratcliffe is hit in the backfield. He'll be sacked back at the 40-yard line, as coming through to make the defensive play was Will Hathorn. And David was stepping up to throw the football, did a good job of holding on to it, but Hathorn the sack, and that could really turn a drive around. So now, rather than second and 2 or 3 like it's been earlier on the drive, we now have second down and about 18 yards to go following the sack. Penn will go wide left, Buckley wide to the right. Panthers have loosened up that Saint defense a little bit. The linebacker's not quite as tight. Straight drop back now. Ratcliffe will throw the ball on the screen pass to the left, and Sean Ellis cannot hold on. Good call that time as the Panthers trying to take advantage of that Saint pass rush and had it set up pretty well, but Ellis just could not hold the football, so it's third down and 18.
Mike, we had a whole line of blockers over there. If he could have just held on to that one, it may have been a touchdown.
Yeah, it looked like a big play, but the connection was not to be, so the ball now still on the Saint 40-yard line, third down, 18 yards to go. We're midway through the second quarter of the ball game. It's 7-7. Split backs in the backfield, Todd and Ellis. Ratcliffe will drop. Now he's going to run the football, pulls it down. He's across the 35 to the 30 and down to about the 25-yard line. Good job that time by David as he saw nothing downfield and saw a little lane. Took it straight up the field and gets it close to the first down. Did not quite pick up enough. It's going to be fourth down for Canton Academy as they'll spot the football at the 26. It's fourth down and about 4 yards to go. Chad Penn will check in. The Panthers maybe just a little bit out of field goal range and certainly too deep to punt the football, so they will go here on fourth down. Chad Penn will come wide right. John Paul Buckley will break huddle and go to the left. Tight end is Mark George. Offset I formation. Look like some movement up front. No whistle. Toss sweep to Sean Ellis. Sean trying to use his speed to get outside. He does so. He turns the corner. And Sean is inside the 20. Looks like he has the first down. We have a flag back at about the 27-yard line, and that's always a bad sign on a sweep.
Looks like it may be holding against the Panthers, Mike.
So the officials talk it over. Panthers are walking backwards, so obviously they know what's fixing to come, and it is a hold against Canton Academy. So rather than 4th and 4, that step off will be from about the 27, which was behind the original line of scrimmage, which will really put a crimp in things here, and it goes all the way back to the 38, so the Panthers have to get to about the 22, so we're talking now 4th down and 16 yards to go. Trey Burnside will come in, and he'll bring the plays. The Panthers will go on 4th down and 16 yards to go. Burnside goes wide right. The Panthers will run a slot formation to the right, and they'll run a bubble screen to John Paul Buckley. John Paul trying to get outside the 35, and he's caught and dropped as he gets to about the 31-yard line. Good reaction that time by the Saints as Justin Robbins makes the tackle and holds the Panthers short of the first down. The Saints will take it over 1st down and 10 at their own 31-yard line. So the penalty really hurt the Panthers' chances there, as it was 4th and 4 on a toss sweep left to Sean Ellis. Easily picked up the first down, but the hold brought it back, and the Panthers are short on their 4th down attempt from 4th and 16. And so the Saints will take over, and they'll send Kelly wide to the left. Quarterback is Lott. He'll send motion from right to left, give on the inside trap, back to the right side. And coming up across the 40-yard line, a pickup of about 7 or 8 yards on the play is, let's see, that was Irwin on the play, and it's going to be a pickup of, we'll call it 9 yards, very close to that. 2nd down and a yard to go. And once again, this game is not real complicated. If you have 2nd and 9, that's tough. If you have a 2nd and 1, that's pretty easy. Looks like we have an official timeout on the field. We'll take it with him at 7-7, 5 minutes, 49 seconds to go before the half. The Panthers and the Saints, and a good one. We'll be back with more Panther football in 30 seconds. Wide receiver will come to the left on a 2nd and short for the Saints. Motion will go to the far right, and straight handoff to Daly, and Daly is knocked back to about the 39. He got a little forward progress. I don't think he got enough for the first down. We'll wait and see exactly where they spot the football. And indeed, they will not give him near enough for the first down. It's going to be 3rd down and about a half yard to go, as that Panther defensive front doing an excellent job here most of the night, especially when they hit Daly low. You try to hit that guy high, and he is a hard load to bring down.
Mike, the defense doing a better job firing off the line of scrimmage and just tying up the Prentiss team.
Yeah, doing a much better job than a week ago, and now Coach Dan Fales wants to talk it over. He'll take a timeout. 3rd and about a half a yard to go. Panthers and the Saints. We'll take another break for our sponsors. Back in 30 seconds. At Prentiss, as the Saints have talked it over and decided what they want to do, and they'll come to the line of scrimmage. The Panthers have a 5-man defensive front, and they'll give it straight ahead to Daly. He'll easily pick up the first down as he crosses the 45 to about the 46-yard line before David Morgan gets him to the ground. It's going to be 1st down and 10 for the Saints. And they'll spot it at the 46-yard line of Prentiss Christian. Just a quick hitter. And when I say quick hitter, that's exactly what it is, because Daly lines up only about 2 yards behind the quarterback, and he's there really before the defensive lineman can look up. Once again, a beautiful night here for football. The Panthers, will remind you, will be on the road once again next week at Sharkey Sequina. Give off the right side to Irwin. Irwin has a little room. He crosses the midfield stripe and will take it down to about the 47-yard line before being knocked to the ground. Evan Bias getting up off the pile over there. Also, John Lutz in on the stop. And it'll be 2nd down and 2 yards to go. A pickup again on 1st down of good yards, this time 8. And 4 minutes and 25 seconds left to go in our first half. And the Saints starting to come to the line a little bit quicker as the clock becoming somewhat of a factor. Irwin goes in motion from left to right. Fake inside, and boy, coming back inside on the the wingback trap inside, and he is hit and dropped by Brandon Hardy Brandon really lassoed him up around the neck. That was Ivino, and took him down quick for a loss of about a yard on the play. It's going to be third down now, and a short 3 yards to go. As Lott will bring the team the play from the near sideline. Once again, a big possession play. Probably not in 4-down territory unless they pick up a little bit of yardage here. And they will go wing to both sides, and they'll fake inside and give the ball on the left side, and that's Ivino who scored the touchdown, and Ivino now has another first down as he will take it to the 40-yard line, a pickup of about 6 or 7 yards on the play. The ball will be placed right on the 40-yard stripe, and the Saints do indeed maintain possession and will have it first down and 10 with 3.5 to go in the first half in Panther territory. Saints once again will come to the line of scrimmage with what appears to be too tight, or an overload. This time they're unbalanced to the left, and we'll toss it to the left. This is Irwin. He has some room across the Panther 35 inside the 30 to about the 29-yard line. Another first down, it appears, for the Saints, as now they're starting to pick up 8, 9, and 10 yards at a whack. And if that's the case, the clock won't be a factor.
Josh Irwin, the ball carrier for the Saints.
And it is indeed another first down as they spot the football at the 29.5-yard line of the Panthers.
Mike, seems that the Saints are just quick snapping the ball and catching the Panthers not ready.
Yeah, one of the keys to this offense is doing things quickly, and the Panthers have to adjust to that. 2 tight ends, 2 wings, 1 back. Motion from left to right. Inside handoff to Ivino, back to the left side. Not much there. He fights for a couple that time. Brandon Hardy, David Morgan, Miller Todd, Will Lampkin, and Evan Bias all in there on that one. Short gain on the play, 2nd and 8. And again, that's a big difference, 2nd and 8 than 2nd and 2. And the Panthers do a good job on 1st and 10. Clock continues to run now, under 2.5 minutes to go in a 7-7 game. Saints stay in that 2 tight end set. We'll send Irwin in motion from left to right. Quarterback will drop those over the middle and overthrows the Saints, and the pass is intercepted by Chad Penn. It was intended straight down the middle of the field for Kyle Davis, and Penn just went up and made a great catch. And the Panthers will take over first down and 10 yards to go, and Ralph, we dodged a big bullet right there.
We sure did, Mike. That just stopped the Saints. They were marching the ball down the field, and right before halftime, that can be a big motivation to take a score in. So,
as we mentioned, may want the Saints to throw the way they were moving that football on the ground. I think we're lucky that they decided to throw it. Ratcliffe will set his team. We'll go back and hand it off to Jonathan Miller, and Jonathan's hit before he can really get started back there. No gain on the play, probably lost a yard or 2. They're on the far end now inside the 10. It's really hard to see exactly the line of scrimmage. That was Kyle Davis coming through and making the stop.
Stopped by number 35, Kyle Davis for the Saints.
So no gain on the play, a loss actually of 2. 2nd down and 12 yards to go on the 5-yard line. 1 minute, 40 seconds to go as the Panthers, deep in their own territory, certainly don't want to make a mistake here as Ratcliffe will split his backs. Give a straight handoff, good room momentarily, but a good defensive reaction by the Saints. They close the hole down after a pickup of about 5 yards by Jonathan Miller. And the Saints will step in and call timeout as they see the possibility of getting the football back in good field position. 7-7 game, the Saints and the Panthers, 1 minute, 22 seconds remaining in the first half, and we'll be back with the Panther third down play in 30 seconds. There's already 0-1 in conference play, really cannot afford another loss. So the Panthers will send a wide receiver wide to the left side. Ratcliffe will set his team behind him. He'll fake once and give off the counter play, and very little there. Looked like Jonathan Miller with the football might have lost a yard on the play, and the Saints once again step in and take a timeout. And the Panthers will indeed have to punt the football with 1 minute and 12 seconds left to go in the first half of play. It'll be very interesting to see if they try to set up a return or if they come for the block right here. We're going to keep it right here as we've just had a couple of breaks. And Ralph, a big turnover here could really sway the momentum of this one.
That's true, Mike. Chad needs to get off a good punt and back the Saints up here before halftime. Hopefully run the clock out and go in and get readjusted for the second half.
So everybody has to key up right here. The snapper has to make sure he gets it there. The blockers have to really rely on themselves to cut down the gaps. And Chad has to look it in and get the kick away. He doesn't have to have a real great kick, but he certainly has got to get it away. Ivino will come back to the Panther 45-yard line as Penn stands in his own end zone. We're ready for the snap. It's a little bit high, but not bad. Penn catches and does indeed get the kick away, and it's a pretty good kick. Goes to the far side of the field, hits it about the 43, gets a Panther roll into Saint territory and down to the 46-yard line. So great job by the punting team of the Panthers that time to get the football way down the field. And the Saints now will be looking at 54 yards and only 1:07 to go to do something with it.
Mike, that was a big play by the Panthers right there, going from the 5-yard line, backing them all the way up to their 45 with the ball right here before halftime.
Usually the special teams people, it's kind of like an offensive lineman, no credit. Special teams people usually don't get looked at unless they do something bad, but certainly that was a big plus right there. Good blocking, good snap, and a good kick away. So the Saints will come to the line of scrimmage. First down and 10 yards to go. Motion from right to left. Inside handoff to Irwin, and absolutely nothing there. The Panthers hit him before he got back to the line of scrimmage. 2 or 3 Panthers right there. Looks like John Harold and Will Lampkin will hit him for a couple-yard loss. Second down and 12 yards to go, and I think the Saints are out of timeouts. So as the clock runs under 50 seconds, they will have to rely on doing something quickly on the offensive side and get out of bounds. And they huddle. They're taking a lot of time. They're just now coming to the line of scrimmage as the clock is now at about 35 seconds to go. Panthers once again stack the line of scrimmage. This time play action. This is the play they scored on the option to the left side. The quarterback keeps the football as he is hit. And looks like Alan Jerome came up along with Miller Todd and hit the quarterback Riggin Lott, and Riggin fumbled the football forward, and the Panthers have jumped on it at their own 43-yard line. So Lott had good running room, but did not put the football away, and the Panthers will have it now. First down and 10 at their own 42, but only 25 seconds to go here in our first half. Chad Penn will go wide left. John Paul Buckley wide to the right. Tight end is Mark George. Offset out of the right. David will drop back. He's going to look to throw the football. Does swing it out to Will Lott. Will trying to get outside left. It will be hit and wrestled down to the ground at about the 47-yard line after a short gain of about 5 or 6 on the play. And must have gone out of bounds. They've stopped the clock with 14 seconds to go. So the Panthers will have maybe one more shot down the field. And if they get great position, may try one more time to get it in the end zone or whatever. But this play will really determine what the Panthers are going to do. As Burnside will check in from the far sideline from the coaching staff and give the play to quarterback David Ratcliffe. And David will send Buckley wide right, Burnside wide to the left. Offset eye in the backfield behind Ratcliffe. Linebackers have loosened up a lot now for the Saints as David drop back, throws over the middle. Pass intended for Mark George is picked off by the Saints. And that's Josh Irwin who picks it off. So the team's just trading turnovers now as we're at 8 seconds to go, and that happens a lot late in the half. You're trying to make something happen. You get a little bit out of what you want to do, and both teams turning it over, maybe getting a little bit out of their element. But only 8 seconds to go, and I'd be surprised if the Saints did very much that was anything but vanilla right here and take it in at the half. It's been a good one. Saints scored first on a 48-yard run by Avino following a Panther fumble. And the Saints came back, or the Panthers came back with David Morgan scoring. And indeed, the quarterback, Riggin Lott, will just take the snap, back up a yard or two, and take a knee. And the clock will run out. So it is in the first half. It's Canton Academy 7, Prentiss Christian 7. We'll be back to talk a little bit more about this first half of play after this 3-minute timeout. Double A. Peterson will drop back. The official blows his whistle. And he approaches the football and kicks a high end-over-end kick, which will go back to inside the 10-yard line. This will be Miller coming back up in the middle, and Jonathan across the 20. Hit and down at about the 21 or 22-yard line. It looked like Will Hathorne there, 140-pound junior on the stop, and the Panthers will have it first down and 10 on their first possession here in quarter number 3 at their own 22-yard line. So it'll be very interesting to see which offense establishes. The Panthers have thrown the ball well but have not run it well. The Saints, just vice versa, have run it well but not thrown it well, as David Ratcliffe will start the second half and give off the left side to Will Lott. And boy, that's not the way to start the half, as Will was hit and dropped by Justin Robbins. And I don't think he got back to the line of scrimmage, and that was about as good a tackle as you'll ever see. A forward tackle put his face right in the numbers of Will Lott and dropped Will to his back, and it'll be second down and 10 yards to go.
Mike, our offensive line has just got to block some folks and open up some holes for these running backs.
Robbins only 5'7", 160. Now, he didn't run over anybody to get there, so somebody must have missed him. Offset out of the right. David Ratcliffe will drop. A lot of pressure. Swings it out complete to Lott. Lott across the 25, up across the 30, and to about the 32-yard line. Another great play call to try to slow down that defense who likes to come up the field here. And it'll be very close to a first down. And the officials are going to take time out to measure this one, as the Ratcliffe to Lott pass has picked up right at 10 yards following the first down play that netted absolutely nothing. And the chains come out. They don't have to come out but about 4 or 5 yards on the field. It's going to be about a foot short of the first down. It'll be third down now, a possession down for the Panthers. As right here, Ralph, I guess we'll get to see how well that offensive line will come off.
That's true, Mike. That's a big play right there. A matter of a foot of being a first down.
So they have second down on the stick across. It is third down. And about a foot. Ratcliffe will set his squad and will take it himself straight ahead. And the pile moves forward, so I'm assuming that the Panthers have picked up the first down. I just don't have any idea where they'll spot it.
Looks like you got about 2 yards.
They'll move it up to
first down for the Panthers.
Well, they're going to spot it way up at the 25-yard line, so David must have fallen forward after the original pile broke up. So easily on the first down as the Panthers quarterback sneak it on that third down play, and they maintain possession at their own 25. We'll send Buckley wide right. Wide to the left is Trey Burnside. The quarterback, David Ratcliffe, will look over the Saint defense and drop the throw. He's going to throw the fade pattern down the far sideline. The pass is incomplete, intended for Trey Burnside at about the 40-yard line. Trey had a step or two on his man. The ball underthrown just a tad and was deflected by Simon Martin.
Mike, he almost had the ball. If he could have caught that one, it would have been all the way, I believe.
Yeah, a little bit more air under that one would have been a big, big plus, as David threw it a little bit flat, did not quite get it where he wanted it. And a good defensive play by Martin, who's made 2 or 3 fine plays here on the defensive side tonight. Panthers come back to the line of scrimmage. Second down, 10 yards to go. Offset eye to the right. Fullback trap. This is Miller Toddy. Breaks the line of scrimmage. Crosses the 40 up to about the 41, maybe the 42-yard line. And it'll be third down and about 3 or 4 yards to go for the Panthers, as Miller came through with a good effort there and good blocking up front by that Panther offensive line. It is going to be third down and 3 for Canton Academy. Early in the third quarter, 10:20 left to go in this 7-7 game.
Mike Prentiss still got 8 or 9 folks right up on the line of scrimmage.
They really crowded, just dare you to throw the football. Toss sweep right, good kick out block, but there's too many people there as Will Lott. And it's almost like they knew what play was coming as the Panthers ran a sweep to the right, and they slanted that way. And the fullback made one good kick-out block, but there were just too many people there. Good defensive play, good call on the defensive play that time by the Saint coaching staff. And a loss of about 6 on the play. It's going to be fourth down for the Panthers. And Chad Penn will stand at his own 20-yard line to kick it away. Adam Ivino will stand back inside his 35, awaiting Penn's punt. Penn punted once in the first half and kicked it very well. Good snap. Kick is away. Another good high wobbly kick. Fair catch called by Ivino at the 36-yard line, and he'll take it there. And the Saints have held the Panthers on their first possession of the second half. And now the Saints will see what they can do with the football. First down at their own 36. 9 minutes, 27 seconds remaining here in our third quarter. The quarterback Riggin Lott, a 5'10", 165-pound junior, will come into the huddle and give his Saint teammates the play. The fullback is Daly. Daly, a 6'1", 195-pounder the Panthers had some trouble with in the first half, and once again lines up just about 4 feet behind the quarterback. Give off the Left side to Ivino, who has some room, shows good speed. He's across midfield, the 40. He's at the 30, the 25, one man to beat, the 10, the 5. Flags are everywhere as Ivino goes into the end zone. And Ralph, I believe that we just saw one of those high school mistakes as Ivino was at about the 5. We had people blocking it at the 25.
Mike, he's 20 yards ahead of everybody, and somebody is blocking. It's going to come. It's a touchdown. Just coming back.
That's the bad news for the Saints and good news for the Panthers. The bad news for the Panthers is that the play will still be a big gain as they'll mark it off from the point of infraction.
An illegal block call against the Saints.
As that was a 64-yard touchdown run by Ivino, who already has a 48-yard touchdown run to his credit, and he showed great speed that time, coming left, cutting back up the field, reversing his field, and outrunning the Panthers into the end zone. The step off will be from about the Panther 22 and back to the 32, so the Saints will have it 1st and 10 at the Panther 32-yard line. So another great run as the Panthers did not do a good job filling all the lanes that time, and Ivino saw one and he took it. 1st down, 10 yards to go. Irwin in motion from left to right, inside handoff. Back to the near side will be Robbins, and Robbins gets very little, if any, as the Panthers did a good job staying at home that time, as Miller Todd right there, along with a couple of other Panthers to stop Robbins for, well, they give him about a half a yard. We'll give him 1 second down and 9 yards to go, 8:50 left in our 3rd quarter. Saints will come back to the line of scrimmage. Once again, have gone back to that 2 tight end set with 1 back. Robbins and Irwin are the wings. Motion to the left, and that is Robbins. The ball is handed to him, and Brandon Hardy comes through and makes a great defensive play, and Brandon will knock Robbins down back at the 37-yard line. A big loss on the play, and bring up 3rd down and about 16 yards to go.
Mike, that's what it's going to take for the Panthers, just penetrating that offensive line of scrimmage and shutting that running back down inside.
Good job that time of penetration. And against this offense, though, the lanes have to be clear. So if somebody comes through, a linebacker or somebody has to fill that gap. And that time, that was not necessary, as Brandon did a great job and single-handedly brought down Robbins in the backfield for a big loss. As the Saints now 3rd and long, Preston Pierce, the center, will come up over the football. Again, 2 tight ends. Irwin will go in motion from left to right. Play action. Pressure on the quarterback. He throws it, is hit, and incomplete, knocked down once again. Coming through that time, Evan Bias putting pressure on the quarterback, and he knocked Lott down immediately after he threw the football, and one of the Panthers deflected it, so it fell harmlessly to the ground, and it will be 4th down for the Saints. So the Panthers defense rises up to the challenge on that particular series, Ralph, and forces a punt.
That's true, Mike. That's really what they need to do.
And Ivino will kick it away. He'll stand about at midfield as he kicks.
Adam Ivino will punt for the Saints.
And Buckley and Miller will stand back at the Panther 10-yard line. It's a good snap. Not much rush. The kick is a high, wobbly spiral. A good kick. May get in the end zone. Hits it about the 2 and bounds into the end zone, but they may have knocked it back. We'll wait and see what they call. The cover man went down and jumped in the end zone and knocked it back. He must have stepped on the end line. He must have stepped on the end line, because they will bring it out to the 20-yard line. A touchback, and the Panthers will have their 2nd possession here in quarter number 3 at their own 20-yard line. So neither offense able to do too much. Of course, the Saint offense did a lot, except the penalty brought the touchdown run back, and then the Panther defense stiffened.
Mike, it's just been a night of mistakes by both ball clubs. That touchdown run called back on the penalty.
Ratcliffe will give him a fullback trap to David Morgan. David has a little room off the left side. Will pick up 3 or 4 yards out to about the, they will spot it at about the 20, just shy of the 25-yard line. So
David Morgan, the ball
2nd down, 6 yards to go. Daly in on the stop for the Saints, along with Hathorn.
2nd down and 5.
And 2nd down now for Canton Academy. As Josh Snow will come up over the football for the Panthers. Split offset eye left in the backfield. Ratcliffe will drop, 3-step drop, throw on the left flat, and the pass is intercepted and dropped. Boy, timing there, a timing pass, and Ivino, a great job, broke inside of the receiver, who was Mark George, and had it but dropped it. But right there where that happened is a flag, and it is pass interference against Prentiss, their second such call of the evening. So good tight coverage, and the official ruled that it was a little bit too tight. So it'll be a 15-yard step off from the previous line of scrimmage, and a big break for the Panthers. We'll take it all the way up to their 40-yard line. First down and 10, Canton Academy at their own 40. 6:55 left in the third quarter in a 7-7 game. Panthers will split wide to the right. Penn, and in the slot is John Paul Buckley. Offset eye to the right. Quick bubble screen from Ratcliffe to Buckley. Buckley will lose one tackle of the 40s across midfield, a 45, and tripped up as he gets down to about the 43-yard line. A flag back near the offensive backfield. Panthers are not looking real happy about this, so this one looks like it will also be brought back. And both teams' offense have shown signs of brilliance, but they've shot themselves in the foot time after time after time, and the Panthers have done it this time. So a hold will be stepped off from the 40 or 41-yard line and will be marked all the way back to the, well, the ball's just past the 30, so we'll call it the 30-and-1/2-yard line, and another good game nullified.
It'll remain first down and 20.
So first down now, just a little bit over 20 yards to go for the first down.
Mike, again, mistakes just hurting both ball clubs tonight.
Sean Ellis has checked in the football game at tailback. David Morgan is the offset fullback to the left. Once again, Ratcliffe will drop. He pumps, wants to go deep. Now pressure's going to run the football. Now looks down the field. Now throws. Passes complete to Chad Penn at about the 43. Chad will lose one tackle and then is hit and dropped at about the 44-yard line. As good throw and catches, David just was very, very patient on that particular play until he found somebody open and made a good throw. One of the Panthers down back at the 30-yard line. And Jeff Hodges, the Panther trainer, will come out on the field to check it. Cannot see the number as yet. But once again, the key to that play, David Ratcliffe showing great patience, as David once or twice appeared to run, but just kept the football ready to throw it. Chad broke open. And on the pass completion from Ratcliffe to Penn, a pickup on the play up to the 44-yard line. It's going to be second down and about 6 yards to go for Canton Academy. Third period of play, and Trey Burnside will come wide to the right. Offset I formation to the left behind quarterback David Ratcliffe. All the passing has really loosened up these Prentiss linebackers, who are really tight early, and now they're about 4-5 yards off the ball. Toss sweep right. Sean Ellis coming wide. Boy, we got a hold right there, an obvious hold, as Sean will pick up about 4, but flags come from everywhere, and there's no question about that hold, and the Panthers have shot themselves in the foot once again.
22, Nick Daly. There are flags on the field, and we have a player down as well.
Now one of the St. players right now underneath us on the near side.
Mike, the Panthers got Prentiss out of this 9-man front and just can't seem to quit making mistakes.
Ratcliffe will fake inside to Ellis. He'll look left, being pressured. He'll be hit and dropped from the back at the 30-yard line. David never saw him coming and was dumped.
Josh Davis
back there.
Sacked.
Josh Davis, a 6-foot, 180-pound sophomore, came from the left defensive side. David, being a left-handed quarterback, had set up to look down the field, just about ready to throw. Probably Panthers got a break there when David was able to hold on to the football, because he never saw him coming and was dropped for the loss. Third down now and about 20 yards to go. Ratcliffe will drop. He's looking left, again being pressured. Now we'll swing it out to Ellis, and the ball off Sean's fingertips and out of bounds. And the Panthers will have to punt the football away, 4th and long, back at their own 30-yard line.
Going to bring up 4th down.
So the Panthers still not able to get much established on the run, and when they do get a penalty, seems like every time they have a nice running play to set them back. So Penn will go back to punt the football, his second punt of the second half. Ivino, who has a 48-yard touchdown run and also a 60-plus yard touchdown run that was called back, has shown good speed tonight. He'll be standing back at his own 35-yard line. It's a high snap. Chad does a good job of going back and getting it, and getting a pretty good kick away. It will hit inside Saint territory and take a Saint bounce back across the 50 and be down by the Panthers at the Panther 49-yard line. So Chad thrown off a little bit that time, I'm sure, by the snap. He had to take a step or two back and jump high to get it. Gets a fairly good punt. The roll was not favorable in kind to the Panthers. And the Saints will have great field position, first down and 10 at the Canton Academy 49-yard line with 5 minutes and 2 seconds remaining in the third quarter.
Mike, this is a time where the defense needs to step up and try to take control of this thing.
Chase Kelly will come wide to the left. I formation now for the first time tonight. Inside handoff to Ivino, and Ivino crosses down to the 46-yard line, it appears. A pickup of about 3 on the play. Will Lampkin right there for the Panthers. Will having a good game on the defensive side tonight, and he'll make the stop. It's second down and 7 yards to go for the Saints. Rigg and Lott will go into the huddle and bring his squad to the line of scrimmage. This time send Kelly to the right side. The wide side of the field is to the left. Irwin is the wing to the left. Handoff on the right, the left side to Ivino trying to get outside. The Panthers will have none of it as Evan Bias came through, made first contact, and drops Ivino for a loss of about a yard back to the 47-yard line. It'll be third down now and about 8 yards to go, and another good defensive effort from Canton Academy. After that long run call back, the Panthers have done a great job here since that point defensively. They have a big defensive stand right here, third down and long for the Saints. Kelly comes wide to the left. Quarterback Lott will send Irwin in motion. He will roll to the right, looking to pitch it. Now he's going to keep the football. Fakes the pitch, turns up inside the 45, inside the 40, and looks like he's picked up a first down to about the 38-yard line. And let's see where they're going to spot it. They will spot it at the 38, just inside the 38-yard line, the ball on the right hash. And the Saints pick up another first down. And Ivino will check into the ball game along with quarterback Lott, bringing the play in from the near sideline as Lott just comes to the sideline each play and gets the play from Coach Dan Fales. Panthers in a 5-man defensive front. Inside handoff fake, option to the left, pitches to Ivino. He cuts it up inside the 30, showing good speed, hitting gaps, spins through a couple of tackles, and will fight inside the 20, to about the 15. The ball was fumbled. Had one official saying that he was down. I've seen nothing else, so I guess they will rule that he was down, as Ivino, once he gets going downhill, he's been hard to catch for the Panthers as he's shown good speed, and he'll check out and take a break. They'll spot the football at the 16-yard line, first down, and 10 yards to go
Ball, first and 10 at the
for the Saints. That was the identical play that Ivino scored his 48-yard touchdown play on, an option pitch from the quarterback Lott. Now straight handoff inside the 15 down to about the 11 or 12-yard line goes Daly. Pick up on the play.
Picks up
Let's see,
about 5
down
yards.
to the 11. Second down, 5 yards to go. They have the ball at the Canton Academy Panther 11-yard line. Saints threatening here late in the third quarter in a 7-7 game. Lott sets his squad, looks over the Panther defense, sends Irwin in motion from left to right. And looked like he bounced a little bit trying to pull the Panthers offside, and they bit on it. But they will call the quarterback for jumping.
Against the Saints.
As you can see from the press box here, Lott kind of bobbed his head, and evidently the officials saw that as well. And they will call illegal procedure against the Saints. And that will step it back to the original line of scrimmage, which will be the 16. Second down and 10 yards to go. So once again, now the Saints getting the ball deep in Panther territory, make a mistake, and see if the Panther defense can rise up and make a goal line stand here. Motion from left to right. Option play to the right. Lott goes to the right. He's going to keep the football. He breaks inside the 10-yard line to about the 9. Before he's knocked down, he had running back right with him, Irwin.
About 6. It'll be.
But he'll take it down to about the 9-yard line. 3rd down, 4 yards to go for the Saints. 1 minute and 40 seconds is all we have left in this 3rd quarter.
Like the Panthers need to step it up here and hold them.
Lott will send wide receiver to the left. And he will come wide left. That is Fortenberry. Motion. Ivino goes wide right. Handoff straight ahead to Daly. He's running hard. He'll fight inside the 5-yard line. He will easily pick up the 1st down. And it will be 1st and goal. The ball appears to be just inside the 4-yard line. 1st down and goal for the Prentiss Christian Saints as Daly hit in there hard that time. Did a good job of running the football, getting his shoulder pads low, and fighting yardage inside the 5 to the 4. Once again, Fortenberry comes wide left. Daly again, the lone setback, double wing set. Daly will get it once again. He fights down close to the goal line and he falls into the end zone. Touchdown, Prentiss Christian, as Daly was hit probably at about the 2 or 3 yard line, but he just would not be denied and kept fighting and struggled into the end zone. And the fullback Daly, who's had a fine game here tonight, 5'11", and 6'1", 195 pounds, has really been tough for the Panthers to handle here. Peterson will attempt the extra point out of the hold of Chase Kelly. The snap is good, the kick is down. The snap is the hold is down, the kick is up, and good. And with 49 ticks of the clock left to go in the 3rd quarter, the Prentiss Christian Saints get on the scoreboard once again, and they lead the Panthers 14-7. We'll be back with the Saint kickoff in 30 seconds. Peterson will tee it up the 40-yard line. Appears to be kicking an onside kick or a pooch kick, and he'll pooch it high to this sideline. Will hit out of bounds at about the 31-yard line. So the Panthers will take possession or require the Saints to re-kick. We'll probably just take it at the 35 or 40. I never can remember exactly where they're going to put it. But nonetheless, the Panthers will not require him to kick it again. They want the football and go to work here with only 46 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. And it'll be 1st down and 10. Canton Academy. They will spot the football at the Panther 40-yard line. Now they're going back to the 35.
Panther ball, 1st and 10.
Just now got it spotted. Offset eye to the right. Wide receivers to each side for the Panthers. David Ratcliffe will drop straight back, looking to the left side, being pressured, is hit, the ball comes loose, and looks like the Saints have recovered it, and once again, David is not getting protection from the backside, and the Saints have taken advantage, and another turnover for the Panthers. This one is recovered back inside the Panther 30 at about the 25 and a half yard line. So it was just a matter of time. You had to believe that that was going to happen, as David lucky to hold it on the previous possession.
Fumble covered by number 7, Will.
And the pass protection on the backside has not been good. Fortenberry will come wide to the left. We'll see what the Saints can do offensively and the Panthers defensively here after the turnover. Inside handoff to Irwin. Irwin breaks one tackle but doesn't get much. Maybe fights inside the 25 to the 24-yard line. We'll give him a yard on the play. 2nd down and 9 yards to go. That could very well have been our last play of the 3rd quarter unless the Saints rush it up, as they have great field position. 2nd and 9. Ball just inside the 25-yard line. Preston Pierce, the 198-pound sophomore, will come up over the football for the Saints, and they appear they will get one more snap, and they fake inside, option to the left, hit and dropped. John Luce came through and dropped the quarterback. He fumbled the football. Flags are down, so we've got all kinds of things going on, and we'll wait and sort it out for you. Could be a fumble. I think the Panthers jumped on it. They may have ruled he was down, and then also we've got a penalty to deal with here. And if the penalty is holding against the Saints, we don't see any sign of a turnover signal. So it looks like the Saints will maintain possession, but once again, they have hurt themselves offensively. So the step off will take the football back
and that is the end of the
to
third
the
quarter.
37-yard line, where it will be second down and about 22 yards to go for the Prentiss Christian Saints, who lead it 14-7 as we have completed 3 quarters of play. It's the Saints and the Panthers 7-7. We'll be back with the big fourth quarter here from Prentiss, Mississippi in 30 seconds. There's already trailed by 7, and the Saints are threatening with the ball with the Panther 37, but they do have a long way to go. Second down and 20. Toss sweep to Irwin. He'll turn inside, has a lot of room. The 30, inside the 25, the 20, inside the 15, and down to about the 12-yard line. And boy, these running backs for Prentiss, when they turn it up, they can really turn it on, and the Panthers just not reacting to the speed that the Saint running backs are showing in route. When you go second down and 20 and pick it up on the first play, your defense is really not doing the job.
That's true, Mike. It's just been a tough night for the Panthers. Prentiss doing a good job of blocking and just running the football down our throats.
First down and 10 yards to go at the Panther 12-yard line. Lott will give straight ahead to the big fullback, Daly, and Daly will fight for a couple inside or down inside the 11-yard line, close to the 10. We'll wait and see when they unstack them where it's going to be. Have one of the Saint players who is hurt. Looks like Daly, the fullback, is down, and the officials quickly calling the Prentiss people out. And a lot of times that's not a good sign if they react quite that quickly. We hope he's not hurt badly, but he's got his helmet off already. Has one of his teammates looking after him, and Coach Dan Fales now going out. But a pickup on the play of a couple of yards, so it'll be second down and 8 yards to go now for the Saints. And while they're looking at Daly, let's take a little time out, as it looks like it may take just a minute to get Nick up.
Ball to the outside.
It appears that Shane Fortenberry, a 160-pound junior, is in the football game, and as the Saints come to the right, the ball is dropped, but they pick it up. And Irwin couldn't quite handle it, did get it back at about the 13-yard line. Third down and a long 10 yards to go. The ball just outside, between the 12 and the 13-yard line. Well, they'll spot it right at the 12. So third down and 10. Back to the original line of scrimmage. A big play here. Does appear, however, from the kicking that we've seen so far, that certainly Peterson very capable of kicking a field goal from this distance. So Fortenberry once again will be the fullback. Movement in both lines. And we'll wait and see how they're going to sort this one out as the official throws the flag. And it's illegal procedure against the Saints. And once again, the offenses of both teams are showing no consistency at all, because they just keep hurting themselves. But that's good news for Canton Academy, as it's stepped off back to the, they'll mark it at about the, well, they haven't marked it yet. They're a little slow on the marks tonight. Now they put it down. Yeah, now they put it down at about the 18-yard line. And it's going to be third down and about 16 yards to go. Irwin goes to the left wing. The right wing is Ivino, and he's in motion. Here comes that play they've hurt the Panthers with all night. There's the pitch. Ivino drops the football, and a scramble for it. And I think the Panthers had jumped on it as Ivino dropped it. It looked like he tried to pick it up and run with it rather than fall on it. He lost control, and the Panthers have come up with a big turnover and the big stop.
Mike, that's what the Panthers needed, and they really need to take advantage of this opportunity and put the ball in the end zone. Probably true, Mike. Panthers need to come out and take this thing to the end zone and get back in the ball game.
Panthers send wide receivers to each side, I formation behind David Ratcliffe. David will fake. He's going to try to hand off on the reverse to Buckley. Buckley gets it after being hit and will be caught and dropped back for a loss of about 2. And Panthers extremely lucky there wasn't a loss of about 10 or even a fumble, as David faked inside. Buckley coming from left to right, a deep handoff, and there was a defender right there at the handoff. John Paul did a good job of holding the football and getting back close to the line of scrimmage. A loss of about 3 on the play. Second down and 13 yards to go. And that Prentiss defense has had penetration here a lot tonight. And the Panthers have hurt them with a little screen pass. We may see that again shortly. Quick out pass this time to Buckley. Wide open at the 30. John Paul with a race. A 40, 45, the midfield. And will be knocked out of bounds as he gets into Prentiss territory. over here on the
Ball
near
down,
sideline
out
by
of bounds.
Simon Martin.
Simon Martin.
And just a simple
Panther first down.
combination pattern as the wide receiver pushed down the field, and John Paul was the slot. He ran a quick out. David put it right in his hands, and John Paul showed good speed to take the ball into Prentiss Christian territory. First down and 10 at the Saints' 46-yard line. Panthers offset to the right. Slot is to the right, tight end left. Wide side of the field is right. Option right. Pitch is to Will Lott. Will turn it up. He's inside the 45, inside the 40 to about the 39-yard line. And the Panthers,
Will Lott, the ball carrier,
probably on that particular play, Ralph, blocking and running hard, both may have done that play right there as well as any play tonight.
That's true, Mike. That's what it's going to take for the Panthers to get back in this ball game.
Seemed to have a little bit of purpose on that particular play after that long pass play from Ratcliffe to Buckley. Two wide receivers will come wide left. On the line of scrimmage will be Penn. In the slot will be John Paul Buckley. The eye is offset to the right. Ratcliffe looks at the five-man front. Fullback trap to Miller Todd, and Miller will take it inside the 35 to about the 34-yard line and pick up enough for the Panther first down. 9:15 to go in our football game. The Saints lead it by the score of 14-7.
It'll be a Panther first down.
Been a beautiful night for football here in Prentiss, in the mid to low 60s, as Josh Snow will come up over the football for the Panthers, who will send this twin set once again wide to the right. Dropping back to throw again, a quick pass to Buckley. Buckley has it at about the 35 down the far sideline, inside the 30, the 25, and down close to the 20-yard line. Another Panther first down, as the Panthers right now seem to have the Saint defense off guard and a little bit on their heels, and it looks like Coach Dan Fales agrees with that assessment, and he is out on the field already calling timeout. Timeout Saints, 14-7. The Saints lead at 8:54 to go in our football game. Back with more Panther football in 30 seconds. The game, when you play giveaway, is neither team getting anything consistent because of turnovers and penalties. The Panthers right now, though, threatening, as David Ratcliffe will handle the fullback trap to Miller Todd, and Miller doesn't get much, maybe a yard.
Miller Todd,
yard and a half, as he is hit
63, Colby Williams,
quickly as
Josh Davis.
Big Colby Williams comes through. Colby at 6'3", 260. He made the hit, and Miller did a good job of falling forward for about a yard on the play. Second down and 9 yards to go. The ball at the Prentiss 20-yard line. Clock becoming somewhat of a factor, Ralph. 8:25 now to go.
Panthers just need to take the ball in the end zone here, Mike.
Ratcliffe will set a squad. Two wide receivers left. David will roll to the left. He's being pressured from the backside. Once again is caught and tries to throw the. He does throw the football. Unbelievable effort on David Ratcliffe's part. He was being thrown to the ground and just threw it. It looked like he was throwing it away, but Trey Burnside was right there and almost caught it. The ball just off Burnside's hands, and he was open, and I don't even know how David saw it.
Mike, a good effort on David that time to keep him having about a 10 or 12-yard loss.
And we certainly don't need negative plays right now. You need to go forward, and it's third down and 9 yards to go. Buckley in the slot, Penn wide left. David will drop the throw. He's looking left. Will throw the quick out, and he'll be knocked down once again trying to go to Buckley, which he did earlier on this drive to set up this drive. And Buckley was open, but the ball was deflected and knocked down at the line of scrimmage by Will Hathorne, and Panthers are faced with fourth down and 9 yards to go. A big call here for Canton Academy, and Ratcliffe will come to the line of scrimmage with Lott and Miller Todd in the backfield. Burnside and Buckley. Wide receivers left, option left, the pitch is to Lott. He's got a little room, he's at the 20, he's caught, he's at the 15, still running hard, close to the 10-yard line, and will be dropped, and it's going to be very close to a first down with great effort that time by Will Lott. And it is a Canton Academy first down. Will did a lot of that on his own, Ralph. Had a good surge of blocking out in front of him early and got to the corner, but was hit probably at about the 15 or 16-yard line and fought his way to the 10.
Mike, just a great effort on Will Lott of just hanging in there, churning those legs and moving forward that football. Big play for the Panthers. We needed that one.
First down and 10 yards to go, and I say first and 10 because the chains are stretched, so the ball apparently just outside the 10. The Panthers can get a first down, but probably would have to get the ball inside the foot line in order to do so. Panthers will come to the line of scrimmage. The ball is on the left hash mark. Buckley and Penn are wide to the right. Offset eye is to the right. Ratcliffe will give on the lead play to Will Lott. Nothing inside. Tried to bounce it outside. Not a whole lot there. Will cut it back inside again to about the 8-yard line. A pickup of a couple on the play. Second down and about 8 yards to go for the Panther first down and about 8.5 for the touchdown. Clock runs with 7 minutes and 15 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. Panthers send one wide receiver to each side. Again, offset eye to the right. Tailback once again is Lott. Wide receivers, Buckley. Pass is complete from David Ratcliffe to John Paul Buckley. A fade pattern to the right. David, who had been moving to the left most of the night, that time three-step drop, just threw it up into the right end zone, the deep part of the right end zone, and John Paul Buckley ran under it. A beautiful throw and catch from Ratcliffe to Buckley, and the Panthers are 1 point away from tying this one up. Tyler Clark, who has had a good year already kicking the football, needs to concentrate on this one and put it through for the Panthers to tie it. The snap's a good one. The ball's down. The kick is up. It's plenty long, plenty high, and it is good. So the Panthers have tied the Saints. It's 14-14, 6 minutes, 59 seconds to go in the fourth quarter in this District 3AA conference game. We'll be back with a Panther kickoff in 30 seconds.
Plays for 75 yards. Panthers just mixing it up, throwing the ball, running the ball. Just a good effort on the Panthers to come back, and several of the Panthers, good effort on Will Lott, good effort on David Ratcliffe and John Paul Buckley.
Couldn't have come at a better time. The kickoff is down inside the 5-yard line to Ivino, who comes up the middle, has some room, tries to break it out to the right, and he'll be hit and dropped as he crosses the 30-yard line. A good return by Ivino, and he was not a long way away from breaking that one. Chad Penn and a couple of other Panthers over there to finally stop him at the 32-yard line, and the Prentiss Christian Saints will have it from that point. 6:51 to go in the ball game.
Ball resting outside of the Saint 32-yard line.
Riggin Lott, the Saint quarterback, will try to take his team down the field. The Panther defense at this point certainly would like to go 3 and out and get the football back to their offense, who appears to be on right now.
Mike, the Panthers defense just need to step it up a little bit here in this last series.
Lott will send wings to both sides. They're back in that 2 tight end set. Daly still not back in the football game, the big fullback. Lott will roll left. He's going to run the football. He'll turn it up inside to about the 35-yard line before being tripped up by David Morgan. Pickup of about 3 on the play.
Picks up about 3 yards. It'll be second down and 7.
Second down, 7 yards to go for the Saints. And I really think, Ralph, that now we hadn't seen that play before. I'm thinking maybe that Coach Fales has lost quite a bit of his offensive abilities here to call plays with Daly on the sideline.
Well, I don't know if it's that, Mike. I think he just doesn't want to make any mistakes. Both teams fumbled the ball several times tonight, and I think he's just trying to keep it in the hands of his quarterback.
Lott will take the snap and give on the counter to Irwin, trying to bounce it outside right, and the Panthers will drop him as he crosses from 35 to about the 37 and close to the 38-yard line. John Harold, Evan Bias, and Jonathan Miller all there. And they will spot it at the 38. It's going to be third down and a long 4 yards to go for the Saints. The clock runs down to about 6:10 now, as it definitely is a factor in this football game. Once again, the Panthers trying to even their conference mark at 1-1. This is the Saints opener here in conference play. The officials have taken a timeout.
On the Saint 38-yard line.
So possession down here for the Saints. A reverse going to the left side to Robbins. Robbins will have the first down as he crosses the 45 up to about the 48-yard line. And the Saints, on a little bit of trickery there, will keep the football and gain a first down as Justin Robbins, the 160-pound senior, takes it up close to midfield. They'll spot it at the Saint 48. Clock continues to run. About 5.5 now to go in the football game. Preston Pierce, the 200-pound center, will come up over the football, and the Saints go to that 2 tight end, 2 wing set. And will give, coming to the right side, Irwin. He is cut back inside, hit by Will Lampkin, and Lampkin's hit forced him to drop the football, and the Panthers have jumped on it at the 46-yard line. A huge defensive play by Will Lampton.
Mike, that's a big play right there.
I did not get the number, but one of the Panthers came through and turned the running back inside, and he almost had to completely stop. And before he started up again, Will lit him up from the backside, similar to what the Saints defense had done to David Ratcliffe earlier. Forced the football out, and the Panthers have a turnover. The ball just inside the Saint 47-yard line, and the Panther offense is back on the field. Ratcliffe will set his team, offset I right, give straight ahead to the fullback, David Morgan. Good running room across the 40 down to about the 36-yard line, and a good gain on first down. 5:15 to go now, as it'll be second down. And less than a yard to go for the Panthers, as Mark George will come tight end left, two wide receivers to the right, Morgan and Sean Ellis in the backfield. David will drop. He's going to throw deep, trying to get it to Trey Burnside. The pass is just overthrown down at about the 5-yard line. And the Panthers trying to loosen that defense up and also catch the Saints off guard, thinking they were going to dive straight ahead and try to pick up that first down. But good coverage over there on the far side, stride for stride with Burnside, who could not get to the football. It was 3 or 4 yards out in front, and the Panthers will be faced with third and short. Ratcliffe will set his squad. Straight ahead handoff to Morgan, and David will have the first down inside the 35 to about the 33-yard line.
David Morgan picks up the first down for the Panthers.
And that offensive line has played much better, it appears, here in the last couple of possessions, and also have done a good job here on this particular possession. 4:40 now to go in the football game. The Panthers really have things under their control now in a tie ball game. They have possession, and they're deep in the opponent's territory. Ratcliffe will drop the throw. He tries to throw the quick out, and it's incomplete, coming to the left side. And once again, the Saints doing a good job of blocking the vision and getting up there and getting a hand on it. Is on those particular plays, the guys blocking up front really need to cut the defenders to get their hands down, and they had 2 or 3 guys right there then that had their hands up in the passing lane for David. So the Panthers face second down and 10 yards to go. Twin set to the right. Ratcliffe sets his squad, looks at the defense, option right, pitch. It's Sean Ellis. Sean cuts inside one defender, takes it down the far sideline inside the 30-yard line to about the 27. A pretty good pickup on the play of about 6, 7, 8 yards. We'll have to wait and see where they're going to put the football. They're going to spot it, it appears, at about the 26-yard line. A pickup of 6. Third down and 4 yards to go for the Panthers. Sean went out of bounds, so the clock is stopped with 4 minutes and 18 seconds to go in a tie game. Irvin will check into the football game defensively for the Saints, replacing Sam Waters. Offset I left, twin set to the left side. Movement up front, and it looks like, unless the Panthers move from here, it appears that the Saints came across the line of scrimmage.
Mike, that's a big play right there.
Oh, absolutely. It is offside call against the Saints, and that should, from our vantage point, give the Panthers a first down via the penalty. So they'll step it off down to the 21-yard line. They've given no signal yet
Officials timeout on the field
as to whether or not it's a first down or not. Appears that it should be. It was 4 yards to go, and a 5-yard step off should get you a first down. So the chains are stretched, and it is first down, Canton Academy.
First down for the Panthers.
Deep in Prentiss Christian territory with 4:17 left in this football game that has been a game of errors on both sides. But all that's out the window now. It's tied, so whoever plays the best the next 4:20 is going to win this one. 2 wide receivers come left, offset I to the right. David Ratcliffe will give off the right side. Sean Ellis, he has some room, and Sean will cut inside the 15-yard line, or the See, the 15-yard line down just inside the 15. A pickup on the play of about 7. Second down and 3 yards to go from Canton Academy. And Sean Ellis that time showing good quickness running off the right side.
Like a good effort on Sean.
John Paul Buckley will come wide left in the slot. The split end to the left side will be Chad Penn. Offset eye is to the left. Ellis will stay in the football game at tailback and fumble on the snap, and the Saints have got it. David Ratcliffe came out from under center without the football, and Will Hathorne has jumped on it to save the day for the Saints, and another turnover. And it just goes back and forth, back and forth.
Just a comedy of errors tonight by both ball clubs. Just a battle.
Well, you don't know what's going to happen in the next 3.5 minutes, but that turnover right there deep in Prentiss territory makes you start thinking about the overtime procedure, where each team gets the football at the 10-yard line and 4 downs to do something.
That's true, Mike. I tell you, these running backs, though, Prentiss, you don't want to let them get outside.
So Chase Kelly will break huddle and go wide to the left. The ball is on the left side. The wide side of the field is to the right. Daly is back in the football game. That's fullback for the Saints. Give off the right side to Irwin. Has a little room as he crosses the 20 up to about the 23-yard line. A pickup on the play of about 6 yards. Second down and 4 yards to go for Prentiss. And the clock nears 3:20 and running. Just turnover and turnover after turnover, and then penalties on big plays.
Mike, just a night of errors by both ball clubs.
So the Panther defense tested once again to try to get the football back for their offense. Second down and 4 yards to go. Light will give once again to Irwin off the right side, and Irwin will fight across the 25 to about the 27-yard line and will be very close to the first down. Looks like from the spot on the near side that he will have it. We've had no signal yet, but now we do. It is a first down for the Saints. Of course, clock being a factor, they're going to have a big run or put the ball in the air if they're going to try to win this one. They may take the philosophy of just trying to hold on to the football and go into overtime at home and take your chances. Kelly will come wide to the right. Panthers get set 5-man defensive front. Give this time to Ivino off the left side, and he will be hit as he crosses the 30 and knocked down up around the 32 or 33-yard line. A pickup of about 4 yards on the play. Second down and 6 yards to go for the Saints, and the clock continues to tick away. And the next time the ball is snapped will be under 2 minutes. Both offenses have moved the football tonight, but they only scored 14 points because of mistakes. Saints walk to the line of scrimmage. Panthers once again 5-man defensive front. Daly goes in motion to the right. Back to throw is Lott. He throws and the pass is almost intercepted as Alan Jerome stepped in front of the intended receiver, Kyle Davis, and the ball hit him right in the shoulder pads. Good coverage, and the Panthers almost pulled a big one right there.
Mike, that could have been a big play again.
So on the incompletion, the clock stops with 1:50 left to go. And a possession down here. And Ralph, I think probably the Panthers don't, or if the Saints don't get this first down, you'll see the Panthers get a quick timeout. Still time to do something.
That's true. Called by the officials.
Now it looks like the officials have stopped action and looking at John Paul Buckley. He may have also an equipment problem or some blood on him as they're looking, and they are going to send him to the sideline. And he'll have to stay out at least one play unless the Panthers choose to call a timeout. And I don't think you'll see that happen. And coming into the football game will be Will Lott to replace John Paul at the safety position. So a big play here for the defense of Canton Academy. Third down and 6 yards to go, and two backs start in motion. Ivino and Irwin both moved at the same time. You can't do that. And the flag comes down, and now that's a huge play there. So now it's third down and 11. Third down and 11 to a team that has not thrown the football well at all tonight.
Mike, again, each team just hurting itself with mistakes all night long.
So a very interesting play call here. And again, watch for the Panthers to step in quick, force the Saints to punt the football if they don't pick up the needed yardage, and maybe go for the punt block and try to make something big happen down here on the Prentiss end of the field. They will send Kelly wide to the left. Quarterback Lott will send Ivino in motion. Lott drops the throw. He's going to throw deep down the near side, far sideline. The pass is incomplete, and a flag comes in late. And that's obviously going to be some type of either pass interference or defensive holding. And boy, tough way to give up a first down right here. Of course, it could be offensive. We do not know what the deal is yet, but they're coming back. And let's see what the call is. It's pass interference against Prentiss. It is offensive interference. Another big mistake by Prentiss.
Mike, I tell you, that's a big play right there. That's a big call in a ball game like this. That's just tough for, you know.
The Panthers certainly will decline that penalty. And get the football back. It's going to be fourth down.
Fourth down at about 17.
And the Saints will have to give the football up with 1 minute, 17 seconds to go. And it'll be interesting once again to see if the Panthers set up a return or go for the block. They have Sean Ellis about 25 yards down the field, and then Buckley back deep at about the Panther 45-yard line. Ivino back to punt. He gets a good snap. The Panthers are going to return this one. The kick is a driving kick, which Buckley will have at the 47. Tries to get to the right side, and he cannot go anywhere. As the Saints do a great job of coverage when they had to. And boy, they were right there, and John Paul never got to the wall as Carl Peterson dropped him at the 47-yard line. So we'll see what the Panthers try to do here. 1:08 to go, still some time. And be very interesting. Pretty good field position, so you can do about whatever you've got in your playbook at this point. If the Panthers throw the football, they have got to do a better job of protecting David Ratcliffe, because you still have that danger of David getting hit from the blind side and Prentiss making a big play defensively. Those linebackers have really loosened up, and the corners are about 10 yards off the football. Ratcliffe drops the throw, will throw in the flat to Buckley. John Paul has it at midfield. He's at the 45 and goes out of bounds at the Saints 41-yard line. And the Panthers will pick up about 15 yards on that play and have it at the Saints 41. Clock still shows 1:01 to go, so the Panthers using the clock well and are 41 yards away. And with Tyler Clark's leg, Ralph, probably can get down to around the 15-20-yard line and have a chance to kick the field goal.
That's true, Mike.
Buckley will go wide right. Trey Burnside in the football game is wide to the left. David Ratcliffe sets his squad. Will give off the right side to Miller. He has some room. He's at the 40, the 35, breaks it free. He's inside the 30, down to about the 25 and the 24. And the Panthers getting very close to field goal position now as the clock stops with 51 seconds remaining.
Mike, a good effort on Jonathan Miller. That's really the first time he's had a chance to break through. Good blocking by the Panthers.
That offensive line played very well here in the fourth quarter, opened up a huge hole for Jonathan, and he did a good job of running the football. The Panthers have it first down and 10 at the Saint 21-yard line. Ratcliffe will set his squad, and he'll go on a fullback trap to David Morgan, and David will fight down, or that's Miller Todd. And Miller fights down to about the 16-yard line, and Coach Flipkowski will call a timeout. 43 seconds to go, 14 back in 30 seconds. Panthers and the Saints are tied at 14, and the Panthers have the football second down and 5 yards to go at the Saint 16-yard line. Offset eye to the right. Will Lott in at tailback. He'll take the handoff and be hit and dropped at the line of scrimmage. He did run in the middle of the field. The Panthers may be already thinking field goal, as the ball is now maybe got a yard to the 15. It's going to be third down and 4 yards to go for the Panthers. 25 seconds to go, and the clock is ticking. And once again, Coach Godfrey decides to use one of his timeouts and will take it and go after the huddle and talk strategy. 23 seconds to go. Let's take one more.
They just need to take the ball in the end zone or either go for the field goal.
They have the football at the Prentiss Christian 15-yard line, third down and 4. The ball just to the right of the middle of the field, and they'll run it to the left to try to center it up, and Miller has some room. He'll break it inside the 10-yard line, down to about the 7 or 8. We'll wait to see where they spot it. It's going to be about the 7, first down and goal for the Panthers as the clock stops with 17 seconds to go. Panthers come to the line of scrimmage. The clock starts now. 16, 15, and it is running. Looks like Coach Flip Godfrey is going to watch the clock, let it run down, call timeout, and send Tyler Clark out there to do his job. And they do step in and call the timeout with 4 seconds to go. And Ralph, at this point, it's either going to be a win for the Panthers or overtime. Coach Flip Godfrey giving the Saints absolutely no time to respond.
That's true, Mike. You know, it all comes down on Tyler Clark's shoulders here. Of course, we've got 10 other ball players out there, too. It's going to be a team effort, and we just have to wait and see what happens.
Absolutely. Most kickers will tell you that their job's the easiest one on special teams. The snap has to be good, the hold has to be good, and if one person breaks down, the kick can be blocked. So big play here by the special teams unit. Earlier in the game, we talked about a great special team job by the punting team, and now the field goal team has to come into play. The ball will be spotted down at the 14-yard line. It'll be a 24-yard attempt. Sean Ellis will hold, and Tyler Clark will kick it. The ball right in the middle of the football field. The snap is a good one. It's down. The kick is low and blocked, deflected, picked up by the Saints. And that is Simon Martin. And Martin dropped as he crosses the 15. And time has expired at the station. I hope you can hear us, because it's been a good one. The Panthers will have the football at the 10-yard line of Prentiss Christian as we begin the overtime. And Chad Penn will go wide to left. The Panthers will be in a wing right. John Paul Buckley is the wing back. Split backs in the backfield behind quarterback David Ratcliffe. David will spin, fake the crossbuck rolls, play action, will throw in the flat to Buckley, who's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Canton Academy. A great throw and catch from David Ratcliffe to John Paul Buckley. And Ralph, David did a great job that time as he once again was patient and let the ball go, knowing that he was fixing to get hit right in the numbers.
Mike, good effort on John Paul and David Ratcliffe to team up on that pass.
So John Paul,
kick again here for Tyler Clark.
John Paul had lined at that wing, just went down about 10 and curled outside. And David put it right there. Once again was hit as soon as he released it. Now the all-important extra point. Ellis will hold it. Clark will kick it. The ball is down. The kick is up. This time the kick is up. And it is good. And the Panthers go on top 21-14. And now the Saints will have the football at the 10-yard line as their offense will come on the field. The Panther defense will go to the far sideline, get their instructions from Coach Flip Godfrey, and we'll be back to see what the Saints do with the football in 30 seconds. But as we mentioned earlier, throw those all out the window. The Panthers on the far sideline really fired up as they have scored in overtime, and now the Saints have the football. And moving on the offensive side was Lott. He jumped, and once again, flags come down, and I think they're going to probably call the quarterback once again from, well, no, they don't.
Called against the Panthers.
You're really not supposed to be able to bob up and down as the quarterback, but he's done that a couple times. They called it on him earlier, but this time they're going to call it on the Panthers, so a big break here in overtime, and now the Saints really only have 5 yards to go. As that step off will take it to the 5-yard line. First and goal for the Saints, who trail the Panthers here in overtime, 21-14.
Mike, again, another mistake in this ball game.
Lott sets a squad, quick count, gives the ball to Ivino, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown. And Ralph, you had mentioned earlier, and once again, it looks like the Saints just come to the line of scrimmage quickly and snapping the ball. The Panthers are not set.
They weren't ready that time, Mike.
So the Panthers now on top, 21-20. Both teams scoring on their very first play in overtime. And it boils down once again to the leg of the kicker for the Saints, Carl Peterson, as he will try to tie it up out of the hold of Chase Kelly. Panthers will stack it in there and do their best to get up high, and if he kicks a low one, get their hand on it. This could be the game, or it could send us into double overtime. The snap's a good one. The ball's down. The kick is up. It's plenty long, plenty high, and it's good. We are once again tied at 21-21, back with more Panther offense in overtime in 30 seconds, which was a huge advantage for them. Now, 1st and 15 brings up that advantage to the Panthers. Double tight end, double wing set. Daly, the lone setback behind Lott. Lott will give to Daly. Straight ahead, has some room. Runs through one Panther down inside the 10, down to about the 6 or 7. Panthers are showing that he dropped the football. We have no signal from an official yet. If that's the case, the Panthers will get the football right away. But again, no official signal and still none. So it's going to be Prentiss ball, second down and goal from about the 7-yard line.
Correction, 7-yard line. 7 to go.
So an 8-yard dive right over the left guard by big Nick Daly. And if the Panthers don't stop that, that's all they'll need to do. Lott will take the snap, and he'll give it to Daly again, and there he goes, same spot. He's driving inside the 5, the 3, the 2, and down to about the 1-yard line before he stopped, and he is just moving that pile every time he runs the football.
Stopped at about the 1-yard line. It'll be third down.
So once again, the Saints would be ill-advised to do anything other than give the football to Daly. Time after time until the Panthers stop it, and I'm sure we'll probably see him carry it one more time right here. Third down and goal for the Saints. We are in our second overtime. Quarterback Lott will set his squad. Now he'll give the second back through, and he does not get in the end zone. And the Panther defense doing a great job right there of coming through and denying the end zone to Irwin. And it's going to be fourth down and goal from about the 1-yard line. And this will be an interesting call, and Coach Dan Fales wants to talk a little bit about it. He'll take a timeout goal from the 1-yard line, and that Panther defense gets set. They are digging in as Lott brings his team to the line of scrimmage. Irwin off the right side. He's caught in the backfield and will be dropped way back at about the 10-yard line, and the Saints have been denied.
Saints do not score.
Great defensive play by the Panthers. As once again, just a really, really questionable third down play there. And the Saints, I think, have shot themselves in the foot, Ralph. And the good thing, again, about being on defense first, the Panthers know that now even a field goal can win this thing.
Mike, I'm not a football coach, but I tell you what, sometimes these plays that they run just, really concern me. Here's a situation, a 195-pound fullback, and of course maybe that's what we're looking for. Come up the middle, and they're going to run it wide to the outside, and that's a tough call to make. Fourth down and 1, do you kick the field goal, do you run it up the middle, or what do you do?
So the Panthers come onto the field knowing that they've got 4 plays to get a score of any kind, and they can walk away from this thing 1-1 in conference play, which was their sole goal when they got here. Offset eye in the backfield. To the right, Jonathan Miller is the tailback, and Jonathan will get it off the right side. He breaks a seam. He's at the 5, the 3, 2, 1. Touchdown, Canton Academy, and the Panthers have won it 27-21 in double overtime. I'll be back with Ralph Barnes in just a minute to recap this one as the Panthers flood the end zone and get a huge victory here in double overtime. It's 27-21. Back to recap in 2 minutes.
Prentiss Christian Saints 21.